Welcome back to Physion Dynamics. Coach Dumitru here today with another exercise to enrich your gym workout. Today I'm going to take you guys to an exercise I like to call the Underhand Chest Press, or the Underhand Dumbbell Chest Press in this case. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to go right off the bat with the warnings. This exercise needs to be a secondary exercise, a pair to a main powerhouse exercise. What I mean about that: look at the biomechanics of the movement. Number one, I'm getting an underhand grip on the dumbbells, right? Now, your wrists, your hands may be powerful enough, may be flexible enough to withstand this kind of a motion, this kind of a twist, this kind of a pressure. However, in many cases, a lot of people do not do well with this kind of a grip and doing the motion as is. So it requires a lot of flexibility, a lot of control, a lot of power. So I always play it safe and keep it as a secondary exercise. Number two, the way that my dumbbells go down, as you can see in the video, they come almost next to my hips. And you have a huge stretch in the front delt, in the pec as well. But if you're not careful, you can really overstretch your delt, your front deltoid muscle. What I found firsthand is that when I have a tightness in my shoulder, or anything surfacing from an old injury, I always have a problem with this movement. I always feel an extra pinch and a too deep stretch that is very uncomfortable, and I always play it safe with a lighter weight. So be very careful with the weight you use on this one. So back to the whole idea. Pair this exercise with a powerhouse like bench press, dumbbell chest press, power presses, hammer presses, twist presses, etc. Reason being is you are trying to get out the little bit left in the chest, and you're looking for control in this exercise. So when you do a powerhouse exercise, the body mechanics, and most people have a lot of experience doing chest presses, bench presses, things like that in the gym. So it's easy for them to go heavier on that exercise, get your 10, 12, 15 repetitions, whatever your goal in the gym is from that particular exercise, and then grab a lighter pair of weights over here, like maybe a pair of 15s, 20s, 25s, maximum I would say 30s, depending on your fitness level, and finish off the chest. Now notice that my motion is not necessarily fast, but almost has a little bit of a J shape to it, a slope when I go up. So I start close to the ribs and I come up over and end up right over the chest. So what happens here is I get the stretch in the pectoral, and then I flex it from the bottom up, so I really hit those bottom fibers, moving into my mid and very little of the upper fibers. Another thing we're noticing is in this particular video, I do it on a little bit of an incline. Now, of course, it can be done on a flat. Decline, I counter-recommend it because of the way the weight goes. It's easier to lose balance, and it's kind of hard to maintain control in the pec, so I stay away from the decline portion of it. But I always do it sometimes on a flat, but most of the time it's going to be on an incline, even if I do a flat bench press. So I try to keep this exercise on an incline. Reason being is, again, the way that I activate the fiber in this movement. I go low with the dumbbell and I start pressing up in a controlled motion and get the fibers activated from the bottom up and get that extra squeeze out of the chest. So this paired up with the powerhouse exercise, which fatigues the chest like crazy, you now have this little exercise that gets you to focus and flex the pectoral muscle and drain everything left in it. So as a whole, it really brings that enrichment to the main powerhouse exercise, because think of it this way: once you're fatigued, once you're done with a bench press that is relatively heavy, you will stop, especially if you don't have a spotter, right? You don't want to risk dropping that thing on your neck. But then you go to this lighter exercise, which you stay flexed and focused. Notice that my chest and my focus is on the chest. Even from the expression on my face, I try to maintain that full focus and concentration in the pectoral muscle so that it It works. Not the deltoids, not the triceps. The pectorals do the work of this exercise. So they get everything what's left. They drain the muscle itself, and then you complete your set, take a rest, and repeat. So usually on this one, even though you're looking for that extra definition, you have experience in the gym, whatever, I always recommend getting at least 12 to 15 repetitions of this exercise as you go through, to really fatigue the chest and finish off a powerhouse exercise regardless of how many reps you do on the powerhouse one. And always take control with this one. Do not go crazy fast on the movement. Do not daydream when you're doing this exercise. Make sure you really breathe out and put that extra focus, that extra squeeze on the pectoral as you go up. The other thing worth mentioning on this one is warning signs, red flags. If you have a fresh shoulder injury, if you have poor flexibility in the shoulders, be very careful on this exercise, and I highly recommend avoiding it in that case until your shoulder, number one, gets fixed, number two, gets better flexibility. Now, if you have an injury in your shoulder, you shouldn't be doing chest press at all. You should be fixing that thing. Talk to your physiotherapist, talk to your doctor, get that thing fixed to begin with. But if you're stubborn like I am and you still want to go to chest presses and do your chest workouts, your shoulder workouts, or whatever, this particular exercise I counter recommend you getting stubborn and pushing through, because as I mentioned earlier in the other video, this really strains the deltoids and requires a lot of shoulder flexibility. As you can see, my elbows go deep, the dumbbell goes deep, and it requires that stretch. And an injury in the shoulder, this movement will make that injury much worse, and it will delay your heal time like crazy. So red flags on that one, guys. Be very careful how you do it, and really be smart when doing this exercise, or rather pairing this exercise into your workouts. But other than that, guys, it's a great exercise. I highly recommend. If you're healthy, strong, fit or not fit, it's great. I use it with all levels of clients. It's not really rocket science, as long as you monitor the movement of the body, the biomechanics, the kinetics rather of the body throughout the movement. It's a very good, a very safe exercise, and good for all levels of gym rats. So I highly recommend including it. Try it out. If you haven't had a part of your workout already, try it out. Drop a comment below. Let me know how it worked for you, or if there's still any limitations or any extra pains that might happen. I did have one case in the past that this exercise was really bothering one of my clients' elbows. So he was fine with doing chest presses with the dumbbells, hammer presses, tricep extension. Most of all the exercises were good with that person, but for some reason in this particular movement, his elbow did not like it, was paining, so he could not do it. So you never know what the body doesn't like when it comes to specific exercise. So I highly recommend try it. Lightweight always first. Test your body, make sure you're good with it, and then go ahead, add it through. Let me know how it is. I would love to hear from you guys. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to support me in putting up more of these videos and giving you more ideas, more contents, and more crazy exercises to add in your arsenal. Until my next video, my name is Coach Dumitru, Physion Dynamics. Stay fit, stay healthy.